Hello, hello. We are live, and today we are discussing personal development. And we have our money, those ready to give some money, to win some money. The cash is here. How are you all doing? I'm assuming you can see me really, really well. I can see you, Fred, I can see you. I think Miss Rachel is not here. Janet. Okay, today we are discussing a very, very important topic of personal development. Please confirm that you can see me really good. A very, very important topic of personal development. Disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm just fascinated by this topic. As soon as I realized that our life can get better, you know me, I'm about to take a step to make our life better. As soon as I realized that's a very, very important area, I'm fascinated by it. Okay? So, confirm that you can see me good. And then we can get into personal development. Those of you who come watch it later, please, especially if you are an expert in this topic, if you take some time to hear what we talk about, you can put a comment for us. You can say, you know what, that is really not like that. For us, we just chat, and I use some experts on a computer here to pick up some points. Okay, so please confirm that you can see me good. Janet. I need first confirm that the setting is good. So what is personal development? Who can volunteer to find the definition? Because my lives are different. I like participation. So, Fred, let me see. It's clear? Okay, that's good. Ashraf, it's been a while. I've not seen Ashraf anywhere since last, I think, Friday. Where have you been? Okay, who is going to be a volunteer to, when I say definition, they'll go and find the definition while we continue to communicate. Because there are a few definitions I'm going to ask for, but I want to just one person or two to do that job of finding definitions while we continue to chat. So who volunteers? Volunteering to get Habiba, welcome. Who is here? Moonlight, welcome. Salma. I saw Janet somewhere on top there. I saw Miss Rachel, but I think she left. Okay, Habiba, not Habiba. Who is volunteering to check Google really fast? When I say check this, and then you paste what you find in the chat, the definition, so that we can continue. So not everyone is checking. Okay, thank you. But before, okay, that's your definition. I want a real definition. Are you going to volunteer to find it? Who is volunteering to find in Google to find us some definitions? Because since Ashraf, you like to, I think you already have. It's possible I sat here without my pen. You have to apologize. I have to apologize because I have to get a pen. I know. You know the money. We have to write. I remove the pen. I have to get it. Sorry. Ashraf, since you already have an idea, who can, but still, I need something from Google. It's good you have the knowledge, Ashraf. I'm very proud of you, actually. Who can find the difference between personal development and self-improvement? Who can quickly do that? And meanwhile, as someone who, I want to know the specific volunteer who is doing it, so that we continue to discuss this, so we don't waste like time, we're just waiting. Who is going to be checking? Salma, you want to check the difference between personal development and self-improvement? Meanwhile, the rest of you, please, in the chat, put what, when someone says personal development, what does it mean? Just put out what you think, because we're going to discuss it. Just put out what you think here in the chat, like Ashraf just did. What do you think personal development means? Salma, please find out what the difference, or Moonlight, and Salma, one of you or both of you, find out the difference between personal development and self-improvement, and the answer you find out, paste it here in the chat so you can see it. Meanwhile, please, what do you mean? What do you understand by the term personal development? I'm also finding, maybe I use the phone here. I want to also find out, as you're finding out, please excuse us when you watch this later. We like to interact a lot here. And now we are finding out, you could do this with us, the difference between personal development. I like everyone to participate, so that's we understand it better. Did you get the answer? Maybe someone is faster. Let's see. Hey, Janet, welcome. Please, what do you understand? When you are out, please participate. I see all of you here. Before we get into the topic, let's first see where we are. Where we are. What do you understand? When someone says personal development, what do you think it means? Welcome, Fred. Okay, please put in the chat what you understand by personal development. It's a very, very important topic. And the one who's finding out the difference between personal development and self-improvement, you want to try and put what you think? Fred, what do you think is the difference? Ashraf, what do you think is the difference between personal development and self-improvement? Developing oneself in all aspects of life. That's very good. Developing yourself. That's very good. So, but I think that's personal development, right? What about self-improvement? I want to know the difference between the two, so they are not confused. I think the way self-improvement. What's the difference? The technical one, not from your head. Who is excited about this topic, by the way? Personal development is doing what is best for your life. Okay, that's your words, right, Fred? That's you defining it. Okay, let's see. Oh, who is that? Darius. Darius is here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Personal development is a process that one takes on daily basis to grow and become better. I love it. I love it. So then, what about self-improvement? The reason I'm saying this, okay, let's maybe you change the question. Are they the same? Is personal development the same as self-improvement? Anyone who knows, like I said, I know it's important, but I'm not an expert, but I'm fascinated by it. If you watch my motivational videos, I'm almost always talking about this, but indirectly. So it's your words. Yes, I could see that, but I wish Darius, I think has a very good definition. It's a process that one takes on. Okay, I tend to make these long because we have the money part that's coming. So let's try to speed it up. Do you think, or do you know, someone needs to tell me seriously, I don't want to leave here something that's confusing. What's the difference between personal development and self-improvement? Please find out and put it here. Okay. Self-improvement is the outcome that one achieves from doing things on a daily basis that help them to grow. So personal development leads to self-improvement. I'm loving this. Are you an expert? Thank you for doing this. Okay. So personal development leads to self-improvement. We got the answer now. Okay. Now, since you have an expert in the house, please don't leave. I want to, because when I'm doing a little research about this topic, people define it differently. But I like the one who gave the areas of personal development. One person gave 5, others are giving more. The 5 areas are spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, and social. And then as I was talking, I quote my daughter a lot because she's around a lot when I'm doing things. She said in school, they told her occupational and environmental and financial. And when I had financial, I was very happy because me, I'm more financial. So we need financial improvement. Robert Kiyosaki, remember? So, is there something I didn't mention? Is there an area I didn't mention? Physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, social, occupational, environmental, financial. If you know an area I didn't mention, I'll put it in the chat. Self-improvement results from personal development activity. Yes. So the purpose of this, the reason I wanted to talk about this topic, because I think growing up, depending where you grew up, okay, in most households you heard about maybe God, maybe you heard about, okay, we go to school to get a skill, all that, but I think we are not very well rounded. We're not covering all these topics, all these areas of life. And then we grow up and we are done. And we tend to think that if you are like that, then you're going to be like that forever. They say, okay, you don't know that, you don't know. Even going back to just the education. Our grandparents, some of them never had the chance to go to school. And for them, the world ended like that. Until later, someone decided that actually adults could come back to school too. Yes. I remember when I was in Makerere University, I'm in the USA, but I'm originally from Uganda. Makerere University, they had the adult, they called it, the mature entrance. And we used to look at them like weird. Old women, old men coming to class. Yes, because they said, maybe it's not forever for you. Except for things like maybe your height. If you're too tall, I don't think you can become short. And if you're too short, you can't become tall. But there are things you can change. So we used to think that when you grow up, okay, in your household, this is how things are done, and that's how you're going to be. And the way you would know that where you grew up is a little bit different is when you went to mix with other people. Like, for example, if you grew up maybe, then you ended up in a boarding school, or later you mix with other students, you see that you are different. And then they'll label you. They'll label, oh, this one is like that, or that one like that. And then you go with that. They become limiting beliefs. You hear me talk about limiting beliefs. Those labelings, the labels they give you, because you are different, they become limiting beliefs. You become self-aware of this problem you have. But now we know that through personal development, all those things can change. You can improve traits. You can change things. You don't have to be like that forever. So self-improvement can be done. And let me give you an example that maybe you can relate to. Something very easy. If you grew up in a home and the culture was your parents taught you to apologize or to say sorry. If you made you did something wrong, you apologize. So you grow up with that culture. It's very easy for you to do it. Like anywhere you go, you apologize. But there are people who have never apologized in their life. Are you one of them? Make a comment. Put a comment for me. Is it easy for you? Hello. Next month. I think you are new. You are new. I saw you in my channel next month. Who is this? I saw you yesterday. I was happy to see you here. Please put in the chat. Who has a problem apologizing? Like you find it really, really hard to say I'm sorry, even when you know you are wrong. Where I'm going with this is showing you that we grow up with these traits and it can be easy or hard to change it. Please put in the chat. Is it hard for you to apologize or easy? Or did you grow up with the habit of apologizing? If you did something wrong, please interact in the chat. We are going to get into these areas really quickly, but I want to show you how you could grow up with something and it becomes a big thing in your life. You go in a relationship and you don't know how to apologize. You cannot apologize. It becomes a real battle. Yes, you grow up apologizing. You can apologize. How about cleaning up? Easy to apologize. Okay, you are lucky. You are lucky. Some people, especially men. I'm not. I'm not attacking men. Easy. You are lucky if it's easy for you. Some people cannot do it. They cannot say I'm sorry. They can't. Even when they know they are wrong, they can't even admit they are wrong. That's not something else. I'll give you something else. An example. If you grew up in a clean home, oh, good for you. If you grew up in a clean home, where you have to take off your shoes to enter the house, it's all clean and shiny, that's your world. That's what you know. You know you clean up. But then there are people who don't do that. They see it's so hard to clean. So where are you? I'm getting to habits like this self-improvement, because your self-improvement could be to learn to clean, to clean up after yourself. Especially when you get married to a husband or wife who is always checking everything. You feel very uncomfortable. You have to go in a class to learn. African men, they don't apologize. How about cleaning? A clean home. To transition to a clean home, especially if you grew up where they didn't care. You just walk in with dirty shoes, and then the other one grew up in a clean home. Okay, now let's go into the areas. In fact, before I get into one of them, let's start with this one. African men, not African women. African men. African men, they don't like to apologize because they feel like they are becoming weak or something. So what's the difference between being religious and being spiritual? Because being spiritual is one of the things we have here, one of the areas. What's the difference? The way you understand it. I like the way you understand it, and then we get a professional to clarify. When someone says I'm religious, and another one says I'm spiritual, is it the same thing? Is being religious the same as being spiritual? What do you think? Do you know that many people these days say I'm spiritual, I'm not religious? What's the difference? It depends on what? Salma, it depends on what? What are you responding to? Our expert, are you still there? Darius, what's the difference between spiritual and religious? Are they the same? Okay, do you think they're the same? Being a spiritual person and being a religious person? It's different? What's the difference? Can you be religious without being spiritual? Or can you be spiritual without being religious? You know, these are very important things. For me, I know people, especially us here in the Western world, there are people who say, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. I used to think they were similar, at least. Religious is when you follow a religion. Okay. And then what about spiritual? What about spiritual? When you say me, I'm spiritual, that means you do what? What do you believe in? Well, what do you do? Okay, now I'm going to list these. Let's first say, why is personal development important? Religious is when you follow a religion. Oh, no one answered. Okay, let's see. You can be religious and not spiritual, but you can't be spiritual. I thought it's the other way around, Fred. You can be religious. Let me see. You can be religious and not spiritual, but you cannot be spiritual without being religious. Fred, I think it's the other way around. Let's see. Being religious is knowing about religion, while spiritual defines the origin of your. I think so. And also being religious, you follow, like you have to follow. It's like it's shared. Your belief is shared, organized, and like you have these common beliefs. You gather and you believe in this. But letting to people is beliefs. I don't understand you, Ashraf. Fred, I have a quarrel with you. Who else has a quarrel with Fred's answer? Really? Really? I think it's the opposite, Fred. You have to defend that statement.
Oh, it isn't.
Is what?
Not the opposite.
It's not the opposite? Okay, he said, you can be religious and not spiritual. I think that's why I have a problem. Is that true?
Yes.
We have a response in the house. Listening to people, hello? Aula, welcome. I really don't need to understand. I'm learning. Remember I said I'm not an expert. Who can explain it to me better? You can be religious and not spiritual. And you cannot be spiritual without being religious. But people are arguing that they are not religious. They're spiritual. That's what people say. Spiritual relating to people's beliefs. Okay, what you believe, right? Yes, I think so. And then religious is when you follow a kind of belief. What do you mean, Moonlight? You read what Ashraf just put. How is yours different? Religious is when you follow a kind of spiritual. You can be religious and spiritual as well. But I think there are people who are spiritual and they say they are not religious. That's why I have a problem with what Fred put up there. Because he said, Fred said you can't be spiritual without being religious. I think many people would argue with that. And also me, personally, I'm arguing with you, Fred, when you say you can be religious without being spiritual. Okay, these days people just follow each and every religion that comes up. So I can be religious without understanding the exact religion which I'm following. Wow, that's stupid. I'm sorry. That's not cool. I meant religion. Okay, let's see, Moonlight. Religious is when you follow a kind of religion. I think religious is like more organized than that. But seriously, who really understands spirituality? Because many people would say, Fred, what you just put there is ignorance. People are just ignorant if they're doing that. You just follow things. I wanted you to explain that I cannot be religious. I can be religious without being spiritual. I didn't understand that. I thought if I'm religious, I'm spiritual. No. You can have a religion on your beliefs too. Really? How can that work? Give me an example. How can you have a religion and your own beliefs too? Like what? Give me an example, please. This is interesting, actually. Like, okay, my religion says this, and then I have my own belief over there. Give an example to make it clear. And you, Fred, you can bring an example. These days, people just follow each and every religion that comes up. So I can be religious without understanding. Okay, let me see. Whereas being spiritual means you know and understand what you believe in. So like the real roots of what you believe in. Yes, but I thought that what I believe in, if I'm religious, is connected to religion. So if you had a good example of, I don't know, and we are taking so long on this topic because I wanted us to go in more detail about this personal development. Seriously, since we hinted on this, please take time to understand. Go research. But I know there are many people, especially here where I am, and especially here in the UK there, in Europe there, people who don't like organizing religion. They laugh at Americans because, like here where I live, there is a church on every road. Like when you drive this way, there is a church. You go that way, there is a church. Sometimes you pass 3 churches and all different denominations. I think that's what, Fred, you're talking about. They're all different. And so how can it be that different? And they're all reading the Bible. So I don't understand that. Okay. Let's move on. Why is personal development important? Religion is transformation, while spiritual is originality. Religion is transformation, while spiritual is originality. So why can those two come together? That's what I think. That those two can be together. The spirituality and religion. Okay, spiritual is too deep and religious is not. I'm finding this being very interesting, actually. I wish people watch this a lot and put their comments. Because, okay, spiritual is relating to people's thoughts and beliefs rather than their bodies and surroundings. Spiritual is relating to people's thoughts and beliefs rather than. But where did the beliefs come from? I thought, for me at least, that those beliefs come from, they're connected to religion. That's what I think. To God, the creator, and stuff like that, and how things were done. Anyway, I think it's complicated for me because I'm not an expert. I'm about to move on. Why do we need personal development? What do you think? Do we agree that's a very important topic? It's a very important topic because, especially, I liked him when he explained the difference between self-improvement, personal development, because self-improvement is what I am actually looking for here. I mean, on my whole channel. It's about self-improvement because that's when we take life to the next level. Like, what do we know now? It can always get better. It can get better in all areas of life. So, which one do you want? We already almost went into spiritual. So now, this is what I'm going to do. When I mention one, just type what you think it is. Let's first, we did spiritual, now we cover the spiritual. Let's cover emotional. What is emotional development? What do you think? What does that cover? Emotional. Emotional. We have to go quickly because I need to time myself. Because we have to go to the money part. What does emotional mean for you? Emotional development. If you're emotionally better or emotionally lacking. You know, emotional intelligence is a very important topic. People who are emotionally intelligent, they say sometimes it's even better than being smart. I think Robert was mentioning it in that reading. Religion is taught, while spiritual is natural. But I think we are born. Don't you think that those beliefs that we see in religions we are born with them? That's at least what I think. I think the two are connected. That's my opinion. That when a person is born, that what we call religion is already there in them. I think that's what you're calling spiritual. But I'm not an expert, see? I think they're connected. Okay, covers deep thinking. Okay, deep thinking is the emotional, right? And do we agree that if, let's give an example, but this could be, you know what we're going to do, I think? Today we're going to cover, let's see. I'm going to leave out some. We just did spiritual. We're going to do emotional and mental and stop there. Then we'll continue this next Friday because it's a big topic. So, when someone is not emotionally, developed, what do they do? How do they behave? Oh, overreacting. Okay, that's why they say your emotional intelligence is bad. So, let's talk about the negative because that's when we're going to discover how we are. Whether we're okay, I think I have a problem there. I have to learn emotional intelligence. I find it to be fascinating. I have to learn. So emotional intelligence, if you are bad, how do you behave? We're going to cover the bad aspects so that people who watch this, they can see it in themselves and they can go improve. Okay, let's talk about the bad. Okay, Habiba, so as to reach our goal in life. Yeah, the importance of personal development. Yes, self-improvement. They don't think before acting. Okay, can you give a quick example? A quick example? Emotional development involves learning what feelings and emotions are. Okay, or maybe understand yourself. Understand yourself? Let me ask you. So, like in situations, for example, like I think emotional intelligence, like people, tell me if this is emotional intelligence. When someone is attacking you, and maybe they are arguing and you just don't respond, you stay quiet. What do you call that? Is it just patience or that's emotional intelligence? You don't want to argue with someone and you feel like really angry inside, you feel bad, but you don't do anything. Is that emotional intelligence or is that just patience? Let me see. That's a topic that's very interesting. Emotional development involves learning what feelings are. Yeah, please give me an example of someone who is not emotional intelligent. Yes, emotional intelligence. Give an example of someone who behaves like they are not emotional intelligent. Like responding, for example, when you are driving and someone does something and then you yell at them or stuff like that. Is that what you mean? How does someone display that they are not emotional intelligent? I think patience is part of emotional intelligence. Full figure. What does full figure mean? Okay, let me hear. The expert is here. Being spiritual is different from being religious. Okay, I thought so. Being religious means you are being a certain religion, and being spiritual means you believe in supernatural power, but not tied to a specific religion. Thank you. So let me ask you this. If I believe in both, if I believe in supernatural power, and I also believe in a certain religion, are then two connected? Because that would be me. And those two connected. That's what I was asking Fred. That me, I didn't think he defined it well, in my opinion. So, can't I be both? Like be, what do you say? Like I believe in the supernatural power and also in the organized religion. What's wrong with that? I think that's what I am. Emotional intelligence is knowing how to control your emotions. Yes, gets angry easily, gets triggered easily, and overreacts. Yes. So, how do you learn not to do that? How do you learn? Salma, we put it very well. Gets angry very easily, gets triggered easily, and overreacts. So how do you stop that? I don't think anyone wants that, right? We want to be better. Emotional intelligence is knowing how to control your emotions. Okay, how do you learn to do that? Can someone give us a quick answer? How do you learn to become emotionally intelligent? Just learning to be patient, is that enough? Or learning to react in a better way? Is that like training? Can they train you? I think I need that. Emotional intelligence in knowing how. It's not like I think the emotions not overreacting. I think not triggered, overreacts. Not getting angry, but not knowing what to do when someone just does something really, really wrong to you. Not knowing how to handle it better. See what I mean? There are people who don't show it. And I don't even know if that's a good thing, not to show that someone just hurt you. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Ignore what they say about you. Is that easy? Exactly, that's what I'm asking. Janet, how do you do that? When someone says something and it's even not right, and you are looking at them right there, what do? You don't show it? Okay, let's see. Being religious is more broad than being spiritual. You can be religious and spiritual, but you can be spiritual without being religious. You are right, Madam Sherifa. I agree with you. I think that's what I was saying. Fred, please read this. That's exactly what I was trying to explain. That those two are connected. I love that. I think this topic really good. Do you have a channel? I have to come to your channel. Okay, Salma, get a therapist and working on your... You know what Salma said? For people who are triggered, that get a therapist and working on your emotional wounds. Why do you call them emotional wounds? Even if someone just hurts you, they say something wrong, something that hurts you, why is that to do with emotional wounds? Anyone who is normal would not like being like something being done, wrong being done to them or mistreated. So why does it? Why have that have to go to emotional wounds, Salma? I don't understand. I don't. Any good person, any normal person, would not feel good being attacked or whatever. But how do you react and just keep the peace? Or it doesn't mean you are triggered. I don't think so. Sometimes you are not triggered. Okay, get a therapist. A therapist would be solving something in history. I'm saying, if you are interacting with people who don't care about other people's feelings, now let me make it easy. You are like, maybe you're in an office setting, whatever. There are people who don't care about other people's feelings. They just do things. Let me give you an example. I was reading somewhere, I think people were chatting or something, that when you come with your food, you know, here in the office they have a fridge, right? Where you keep your lunch. People pack their lunch and come and put it in the fridge. And when it's lunchtime, they get it out, warm it up and eat. But there is this person who would keep eating the other person's food. They come and take it and eat it like they brought it. So this one came and I think put, no, the next time he brought his food, he put a note. He said, don't eat it. I think I spat in it or something, that he spat in the food or something. And the other one came, the one who used to eat food, that he has put another note, a note that was even more annoying. So how do you handle that kind of situation? Even if you're the most patient person, you pack your food, someone eats it, you get to know he eats it. They were men, these were men. And then you even put a note and put a more annoying note on your food, on your container. How do you deal? Salma, tell me, is that triggering something in me? No. That's just a person with bad behavior. How do you handle that kind of person? Tell me, how do you handle that one? They are feeling not wounds. I think so. Yes, Ashraf, I agree with you. I slap you. You fight over food. By the way, it went on. These people, it went on for a while. The other one will pack food, and the other one eats it. This one comes to eat the food, is gone. And he does it again. And then he puts a note that he's spitting it. He's spitting that food. And then one came and says something else. So how do you deal with those kind of people? Emotional intelligence wise. Tell me, how do you deal with, these are adults we're talking about. They're not young boys. Some people just grew up without manners. So how do you deal with those? How do you come and eat food that's not yours? And you do it again and again. Okay, now let's move to that. We did emotional intelligence. We did spiritual. High emotional develop people control anger and normally get patient. Yes, but when a wrong is being done to you, that's what I'm saying. A wrong like that. Someone is eating your food and they're intentionally doing it. And you know them, you work with them. How do you handle that and not be taken like you're stupid? Because some people just abuse you. They control your anger and teach them a lesson. Oh, you teach them a lesson by controlling your anger. You buy your food and now you go without lunch. And you go out and look for something to eat. They just ate your food. Not one time. And they intentionally do it. No. I think that's wrong. So I don't know how you handle that. You have to be very, very intelligent, emotionally intelligent. Okay. We did the spiritual. We did the emotional. Now I want us to do the mental, and we're going to stop there for today. For those who are interested in the topic, come back again next Friday, God willing. Let's see. High emotional development people. Okay. Control your anger. I react. Okay, I react by what? You're going to hit them? And don't bring food there. Eat elsewhere. But you are packing your food and bring it. Now, how is that being a good thing? Okay, you don't bring the food anymore, but you are used to bring your food. You know, people travel. They drive. Like here, you drive and go to Washington, D.C. That's where you work. And food there is very, very expensive. You pack your food and someone eats it. You can eat poison. You can eat poison. They know you can't put poison because you're going to eat it too. Okay, Let's go to someone put something. You can eat poison. No, don't bring food. No, I react. I wanted to talk to Fred there. React. Men will just fight over food. So you go start hitting someone in the office, and then you end up in prison. Do you know here hitting is really big deal. They call 911 on you if you are hitting people. They don't hit at all. You don't do it. So you end up in prison over the food. That's really a test. I call it a test. Let's go to another one. So let's go to mental. Mental, but I don't know. I think I'm not going to say someone who's had a problem with mental because that could be obvious. I'm going to say, how do we improve it? How do we improve the mental development? How do we improve it? Suggest. Teach them a lesson. Control your anger. Okay, control your anger. How? Someone is eating your food. You bought it, you packed it, you brought it. They keep eating it. They're looking for a fight. Depends on how he has reacted. If you had not asked first, then I report. If you ask them in a chill for me. What do you mean report? Report what? About food? Where can you report things about food? Someone eating your food. No one is going to listen to that. Where do you report that? No, it's something very small. You cannot report it to what? To a supervisor or something? I don't think so. Self-discipline. Okay. I asked something about mental. How do you improve your mental? What does it even mean? Being mentally, someone who is mentally okay. I think we know what that is, right? How do you improve it? How do you make sure you keep yourself in a good mental state? Ask them to at least share with you. It's your food. It's your food. You brought it and put in the fridge. And then you ask them to share with you your own food. Or maybe you bring more. Maybe you know there are people like that. Next time they may pack more. They say, you know what? Let's share. Seems like there's no food in your home. Come, let's share. And then you laugh about it. Maybe that can solve it. What do you think? By studying, I put half kilo to supervisor. If you had that's continuous, I don't think a supervisor would listen to such a problem. I don't think so. It's too small. If you report that kind of thing, the supervisor may think you are childish too. If you cannot solve it. I think I just came up with that solution. What do you think? You bring more food. You say, no, since you can't afford to buy food, come, let's eat. I bought for you. Maybe pack two. We can improve mental development through reading. Yeah. Reading good books. Do you agree that the puzzles, because I like to do puzzles. Puzzles, are they good also? And playing games like board games, stuff like that, puzzles, can they help with the mental? Remember, I've covered spiritual, I've covered mental and mental. We're going to come next Friday if you all come back. I think it was fun. We discussed social, physical, and the other financial, personal, environmental. Yes, they do. What do you mean? Self-discipline. I don't understand what you are responding to. Yes, they do. Oh, you mean the puzzles? Yeah, I like puzzles. Who does Sudoku? Who does Sudoku? You know Sudoku? The one with numbers? Reading religious books helps in mental. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how maybe God did that. Because I wonder about old people who always have good brains because they are religious. Like for me, a Muslim, people who read Quran, they don't even forget it. Even at 70 or even 80 years, I say, what? How do they do that? I have tried it before. Yeah, Sudoku is very good. I understand. I think the person who created it died recently. The guy who created the Sudoku game puzzle. By exercising, taking a break. Taking a break, you mean relaxing? Relaxing, like Not overworking, is that what you mean, Ashraf? It helps the mental state. How about just going for more courses and learning and continuing to learn, to be in school? They challenge you more and more. Do you get better by doing more degrees? Okay, I'm about to get to the money. Next time, let me not make this too long. We are going to continue with this topic. Okay? Personal development is so important. Things can change. And you know, like Jim Rohn says, things will change. Okay, you don't change. When things happen, what matters is how you react to them. So things may happen. Do you have an example as I end this? So that the people who come maybe later, even now, who are listening, they can have something to take away. Let's discuss one example before you leave this to show how person. I just discussed the food thing. I think the food example is a good one. But something that happens to both of you, the person who is who reacts no. The person who is that same who has good personal development and then who doesn't. Something happens to both and they react very differently. Do you have an example? Give me a short example to summarize this topic. So to show that a person can handle the situation better just because of this personal development. If they are fully developed, like all these areas, something bad happens and they react differently. Two people. Give an example quickly. I want to leave this topic. Creating me time. Oh, that helps. They're talking about Mokisa. Who is Mokisa here? I didn't see Mokisa today. Where is Mokisa? I didn't see a name Mokisa in this chat today. Who is just using Mokisa? Mokisa, welcome. Where is Mokisa? Aula. I don't see Mokisa. How do you see them when I don't see them? Magumba Abdullah. Okay, that's welcome. That's Mokisa or that's someone else? Thank you for being here. Please keep coming. Here I am. Ashraf Mokisa. Okay. Welcome all of you. And tomorrow, don't forget, we're going to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow we discuss affiliate marketing, how you can earn money. Tomorrow I'm answering questions. It's going to be questions only. Okay. Please give me an example where a situation happens. It could be a situation, I don't want to bring an example like losing someone, how people react. I want a better example. Something that happens. Maybe, let me give you an example of maybe losing a job. Would that be a good example? Like two people get fired. One reacts different, another reacts different. Give me an example. Let me say something. Like, for example, one could get depressed and sit home and watch TV the whole day. Another one could just see it as, okay, let me go look for another job. They go look. But I don't know if that explains the point I'm trying to explain. I want to explain that two people can respond to a situation very differently, and one becomes successful, another one not. Do you have a better example, please? You smart people, you're very smart, you know that? Give me an example as we end this personal development, how you react to situations. That you can react very differently and end up with a better outcome. Welcome, Mariam. You know, you were talking about people I don't see. Who is Mariam? I don't see Mariam. I think my chat comes later. I see things later. Welcome, Agaba Mariam. All of you, thank you for being here. You know, this is a place for personal development, like we were saying today, for financial development. You want to learn how to earn more money, for getting better. Oh, thank you for being here. So I have a Facebook group for those of you who want to get close. If you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want to learn affiliate marketing, come tomorrow, Saturday. I do another live. And okay, so did you give me an example or you didn't? Ashraf, Fred, where are you? Where is a good example? I want to end this topic with a good example. how two people react differently to a very bad situation. Can you give me one example so we see someone who handled stuff better because they are more developed personally? I'm waiting. By the way, money is next. I'm taking like a break for you. Give me an example. We go to money. I have questions here. I have an announcement to make also about the book, the Cashflow Quadrant. I know we are still on chapter 8. We are about, but what I want to announce for those of you who follow closely, I want to make a slight change in the schedule. Monday, I want to remove Monday. The book, I want to keep it just 2 videos a week. Once had a project challenge, 3 people in the challenge. Okay? Are you going to tell us a story? That's why we need Zoom. Because on Zoom you would be like explaining everything. You don't have to type. I like Zoom. Who's going to set up Zoom for us? Are you telling a story, Fred? Continue. I'll read it. As I make this announcement. The book, those of you who've been following, I've been reading it 3 days a week. For some time, I want to change it to just 2, which would be Tuesday and Wednesday. You know, on Monday, I'm live in Facebook. So let's leave that not to be too stressed, especially for those of you who sleep early. Let's do just a Facebook group, but I'll still publish a video. But the video will be, I'm back, YouTube tips. Remember when I was changing the schedule, for those of you who are on YouTube, with YouTube channel, I said I'll revisit YouTube tips. Okay, that's the time. I've decided to put it on Monday. Monday is going to be YouTube tips. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, we do the book. And the book will be, so we have only 2 videos instead of 3. For those of you who want to win money, it will be the 2 videos. Tuesday, Wednesday, you watch those. And then you come Friday, we answer questions and we win. So YouTube tips, I don't want to schedule it or anything. I'll just record the YouTube tips and publish it on Monday. So Monday, let's only plan to be on YouTube, Facebook Live, and maybe you can make the Facebook Live better to get into the success habits, to get more practical over there. That's where the change will come. So I invite all of you to come to my Facebook group. But when you come, watch out for a message from me, or you go ask to be my friend in Facebook so we can communicate. I have to talk to you first. I have to know what your goals are. Either you want to learn affiliate marketing or you want to be on YouTube, stuff like that. That's when you benefit from being in the Facebook group. So let me give you the link for the Facebook group. Next, we are going to money. Please remember, next week I'm recording only 2 videos. Just Tuesday and Wednesday. I want to go back to YouTube tips on Monday. I had stopped YouTube tips. Okay, here, for those who are interested, okay, let's see. For those interested in coming to the Facebook group, here is the link. And you can go apply, please, always. Fill out the form completely. And also, if you are in so many groups, don't even try. If you are in so many groups, you may not even know, but I see. When you apply to come to my group, I can see how many groups you are in. If you are in so many groups, first remove yourself from many groups. They have to be like under 50 maybe. But still, how can you be active in 50 groups? It doesn't make sense. People can apply and they have 200 groups. What does that mean? It's not just fun being in groups. You have to be in a group that benefits you. So if you have too many groups, reduce them first. You have to have your real name or when you're applying to come. Because the things we do, they all teach you to being real. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, you're going to be yourself. If you're going to do affiliate marketing, you have to be yourself. You cannot hide. So correct the name first. Then ask for me to be your friend. And then ask to be in a group. I'll communicate with you. Watch out for my messages. That's a link for the group. Let me see what Fred is saying here. Then you can get the money. Okay, Fred is saying, like once, remember I was asking a situation where two people handle this differently. Like once handled a project challenge, 3 people in the challenge, 1 winner and 2 losers. One of the losers cries and feels very disappointed and curses the judges. Whereas another loser takes on the failure as a lesson and works on to improve his project, which ends up bringing more sales for the company. I get it, and that's high end. Fred, you brought a high end example. Yes, how you react, how you react to a situation. I love it. Thank you, Fred. Yes, and maybe I wasn't prepared. Maybe I could do better. Okay, so the way you respond. Okay, and now this COVID situation we are in, people are responding very, very differently. People lost their jobs. Others, some came online to start to look for something else to do. Others are there crying, waiting for government support. But others have solved the problem. Okay, money time. Who is ready? Thank you, Fred. Who is ready? Who is ready for some money? Please, those of you who are new, these questions come from videos I record during the week. So before now we had videos 72, 73, and 74. But starting next 2 weeks, there will be only 2 videos. So it will be 75 and 76, Tuesday and Wednesday. You watch the videos and listen very carefully to what I'm reading. When you come here, the questions will come from those videos. Okay, more people are ready, please. Ready. Put ready so I can read. We can leave quickly. Today my intention is not to go so long. I'm ready. Are you sure, Mariam? Did you watch the videos? Let's see how you do. You are ready, but will you win some? Okay, I'm reading. I don't see Ashraf. Doreen Achiro. Welcome all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this message. Let me take this time to mention. I read this book. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Very, very popular book in personal finance. It sold over 5 million copies. 5 million, that was the number like 2 years ago. More than 2. So it's a very popular book. I recorded 68 videos. And I sponsor people to watch. I sponsor people who don't have data to go watch because there's a lot to learn. That's where we learn about assets and putting money in your pocket. Now we are reading this one. And I'm on video 74, I finished 74. So you watch, when you listen, you watch those, you come and you are able to answer the question, to get the answers. Otherwise, it will be hard to answer them without watching the videos. Okay, the first one is just a warm-up question. No money, just warm you up. Oh, Grandma 91, that's a nice name. 91, I wonder why 91. Okay, welcome all. Thank you. Oh, Zuria too. Zuria in the house. That's a surprise, Zuria. Welcome. Can you win some money, Zuria? Okay, you see Habiba there, Zuria. Do you know Habiba? Okay, here is the question, but it's a warm-up question, no money. Robert said that he learned to make money by playing the game Monopoly. And he says, by the way, you can find Monopoly up to now. He says, according to that game, what leads you to get one large hotel? How do you get to own a large hotel? One red hotel. How do you get to it? That's just warm up. Let me see if you're ready. If you watch the videos. Okay, how do you get? I'm very happy to see you. Oh, hello. Yeah, happy to see you. I gave you the link if you want to get to my group, but I told you the process. It's right there. Only if you want to learn affiliate marketing, how to earn money online, or if you want to start a YouTube channel. We support there. I want to be there more on Mondays. On Mondays around, if you are in Uganda, around 5 p.m. If you are in my group, please be there. We talk success habits, we talk smart goals, all that. I just asked already. Okay, there is a tab. How do you get to one red hotel? How do you get? I'm sorry, I have a fan here. Whenever it's like fanning because of the light, it creates me to feel like this. Oh, okay. You know, we have two Ashrafs. That's why I get confused. How did this Ashraf Mukisa get to know this? Did you watch the video or did you know Monopoly? Do you know Monopoly or you watched the video? I'm asking Ashraf Mukisa. Grow small, then later buy the bigger hotel. Selling 3 rental. Sell the greenhouses. You know that it was a specific answer, and the specific answer is from Ashraf Mukisa. Or buying 3 greenhouses first, and then they said, okay, you got it 2 friends. Yes. Oh, okay. So 2 people got it right, but there's no money. Frederick and Ashraf Mukisa. 3 greenhouses. 3 greenhouses lead to 1 large red hotel. So you have to mention the 3. You have to mention the 3. All those people who said the houses, the rental, no. You have to mention the number 3. The 3 became, actually not 3. What? I almost gave it to you. No, they were not 3. They were not 3. I just looked at my answer. The answer I noted here. They are not 3. Please change your answer. What is it? They are not 3. I almost said you are right. You are not. Really? Let me find this thing again. I just realized it's not 3. Is that true? Let me see. It's not 3. Yeah, that's interesting. So where do you get the number 3? I almost said it was good. It was correct. It wasn't. It's actually 4. 4. That was interesting, actually. I almost thought you are right, but you are not. It's 4 greenhouses. So, in other words, go slowly buy a house and a second and a third and a fourth, and then sell them and buy a big one. Hotel. Okay, now time for the money. Time for money now. Oh, you are still here, Darius. To improve your mental well-being, you can do activities like meditation, exercising, listen to soothing music, weight loss, exercises like walking and running, find me time and relax your mind. So I read all that, but I see that you didn't include reading. You didn't include reading in your exercise in your list. Yes, there have to be 4 greenhouses. Why are you responding slowly? What's going on? I'm getting your answers like later. Yes, there were 4 greenhouses. It's good I asked that. It was just for fun. Then we ended up learning. There were not 3. Okay, are you ready? Now, money time. This one you have to earn money. The one I'm about to read. Give $5 for anyone with the correct answer. Are you ready? I appreciate all your time. That's a new one. Hamza, Zulaika. Thank you all for being here. Please, let's create this community and change our lives. Okay, ready? Welcome. Okay. Let's try to speed this up. What happens? I see not enough readies. I hope you are ready. I'm not going to be asking too much ready. I'll just read and continue to read. What happens if you cannot read numbers? According to Robert Kiyosaki, and you are in the Cashflow Quadrant, and you are trying to move from left to right. What happens if you cannot read numbers? I'll just watch your answers, or then we'll see who is getting it right. What happens if you cannot read numbers? If your goal is to move from the left to the right of the quadrant, what happens? No. Continue. I'll say, when I say a wrong answer, I say continue to improve. I don't know how you're gonna know. No. I know that is continue. Continue. You must take on someone else's opinion. Yeah, you will get losses. Continue. Continue. I think there's only one, maybe two people with the correct answer. So continue on. That's interesting. The new people are getting these answers. You watch the videos, right? You watch the videos. Okay, I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm going to assume that all the people who use the word options, they mean opinions. Is that true? You mean opinions, right? You pay the risk. Okay. The correct answer was that you take other people's opinions. You take other people's opinions. So I'm going to assume that anyone who had the word options meant opinions, right? Remember I said I need a personal assistant. Who can do that? To write who's winning. Okay, who won on that one? Moonlight, you corrected it. Okay, I'm ready. You don't know financial facts. You take someone else's opinions. Yep. So, you know what? I'm going to put this, sometimes I'm generous, I say all. That's where I will say all. But let's see how you do on this one. I'm putting a study. The answer was opinions. You take other people's opinions. Whatever they suggest you take, because you cannot do it yourself. You cannot read to form your own opinion. I mean, to know the facts. Okay. It has a subset, the question. And this one, only one is winning. Hopefully it's going to come quickly, okay? Because I made this up. But the answer is in the book. So the very first one will take it. To be successful on the right side, which means to be in the B and I quadrant, numbers are your, I'm going to read ABC. So all you have to do to say is just put the word or just ABC. But the first one, to be successful on the right, that's a B and I quadrant. Numbers or your number one or A, or let me do A. A, numbers are your focus. B, numbers are your guide. Or C, numbers are your eyes. And numbers your focus, guide, or eyes. Maybe you put the words. And the numbers to be successful on the right side of the quadrant. And numbers your focus, your guide, or your eyes. Continue. Let me see. Numbers your focus, your guide, or your eyes. That's interesting, right? Please continue, all of you. Their eyes. That's interesting. So it wasn't confusing. Please answer. I have many questions. Let's cover all of them. Okay. Numbers are your focus. You know that the problem I had before is when I used to take common sense answers, and I said I'll never do that again. I'll take only what's in the book. Or we're gonna stay here forever arguing who's right and who's wrong. So if you say numbers are your focus, you would be right, but then that's not the answer. Okay. Okay, the answer is numbers will be your eyes. So if they're your eyes, I wanted to use this to create an elimination method. because some people won on the first one, but here many failed. So the ones who failed, okay. What are we going to do? Especially if there are new people here. Because if there are new people, they are interested in me. Doreen, you got it right. And the liker, you got it right. Do you prefer to be called the liker, or am I saying it right? I'm very impressed. The answer is your eyes. So the right people, the people with the right answer were, let's see. Wow. The problem is I have to write all this. It is slow. Moonlight, Salma, Fred, Zuleika, Ashraf, Mukisa. Now we have Ashraf, Mukisa. How about Ashraf, the other one? Also, Ashraf, both Ashrafs. Huh. I need a personal assistant, seriously. Doreen. Oh. You know, when I have these kind of things, I say, all of you, I'll send you some money. Okay, let's go to another one. Ready, ready, ready? I put a star on that. But I noted the ones who got the right answer. Okay. Now, this one I need a specific answer, seriously. Or we're going to end in confusion. What lowers your risk? What lowers your risk? You have to get this one specific right. And I'm paying $5. Only one person. What lowers your risk? You got it, Janet? Oh, I have to add Janet on this one. What lowers your risk? Why would you put fear? I don't understand why all of you came with fear really quickly like that. What makes your risk lower? Is the question not clear? What makes your risk lower? What lowers your risk? Yes? I was wondering whether people are not hearing it. Okay. Okay, finally, I got it. It's right there. Fred. And I'm moving on. Fred got the right answer. Remember I said it's going to be specific? Now you earn this square 100% because you got it. Financial vision. So I'm moving on. All the answers could be correct, but that's what he said. What increases your risk? What increases your risk? The two are connected. That's a different number though. What increases your risk? I think when you are watching these videos, you have to be really, really, really careful and hear the way he's saying the words, because that's the answer I'm looking for. What increases your risk? What increases your risk? Being financially blind. When did this answer come up? Doreen, when did you put that answer? Is it on the second or the first? Answer me, Doreen. Is your answer for the financial vision, no financial vision? See, now I'm confused. Because the right answer is actually, still, again, is Fred. Because you got those two. But I'm wondering, okay. These two questions were only on two things. Being financial, or having a financial vision, or being financially blind. Those two. And Fred got it because of that. But I'm wondering about Doreen now. Did Doreen get it? Were you answering the first one? When you answered that answer you have up there? So we have Doreen and Fred here. On the first one, there was Doreen. I'm not sure she was answering number one. Then here we have Fred. on the second one. I'm moving on. I have many questions, please. Excuse me. The answer was either financial vision for the first one and financial blindness. I said I'm only taking what's in the book. Of course, everything else makes sense, but that's not what I'm asking. Okay. Now, these are specific too. Who pays to take risk? Remember when I was giving, even gave an example where Janet, you were very laughing when I gave the example of a boy who was asked to pay $1,000 every month on insurance, $1,000. So who pays to take risk? One specific answer. Who pays to take risk? Continue. Because I found that analysis very interesting. As I was reading the book, I said, what? These people? They are too smart, seriously. We need to get there too. Maybe we'll do it differently. Yep. Who pays? You know, it's very interesting. The way they say you pay them and you take the risk and you pay them. Yeah, you all got it. So anyone who participated here will get, I'll say all or for that one. So how about who gets paid to take the risk? Who gets paid to take the risk? Who gets paid to take the risk? Didn't you? I think I'm going to take a break on that. I want to hear your opinion of this because I found that to be very annoying actually. Do you know that's how the rich get richer? Because of that? That's wrong. That's wrong. People who put Aula and Ashraf Muhammad, please. That cannot be correct. Remember the first one I said? People who take the risk and now who is paid to take the risk. I'm going to say no to Ashraf Muhammad and Aula. Only if you change your answers. But I need a short discussion about this because that was a huge lesson. Please tell me what's wrong with that situation. So the rich people, they make you, like for example that boy, to pay $1,000 every month in insurance. Who is losing? They say they are insuring you, but actually you're paying for it. You know, I have this theory. Most of you don't live here. I don't know if this will be like a good example. People pay health insurance. I'm talking health now. I'm not talking car. For health insurance, right? For example, for insurance, if you add on to protect yourself, like for the dental, your teeth, right? They say, okay, maybe every week, $10. I'm giving an example, okay? Every week, $10, they cut off $10 from you because they're insuring you to have insurance for the teeth, right? Now, you just paid $40 every month. But they allow you to just do an exam every year. And an exam takes maybe $40. Do extra maybe takes $40. They allow you to do just one. Maybe you have good teeth. You don't even have to visit a dentist. Even if you visit a dentist, you pay maybe $100 or $150, and then they ask you to pay a portion of that. Maybe $20 or $30. They already took your money. You know what I say? I say save your own money. I say put 40 somewhere. Because you may take, yes. Okay, you do the exam. It's the dental clinic, just $85 a year. Every 6 months. Okay, that's $170, right? My point is, they take the money and you are the loser. So instead of, and guess what happens? If you miss 1 month, 2 months, you don't pay, they cancel the whole policy. They cancel the whole thing and you go without insurance. You've been paying them for years. Now you have zero. Or maybe you lose a job and now you lose the insurance. the money you've been contributing, who agrees with me that I'll rather save my own money instead of paying it to them, like $1,000 every month for that boy? You keep it in your bank. When you have a problem, you pay it yourself. But the law here doesn't allow you. You cannot drive a car that's not insured. For a car, it's different. But for health insurance, you can save it. Yes, only with the car you cannot drive it. Right here, you cannot put it on the road when it's not insured. That's a problem. But with the health insurance, I feel like these people, and then when they cancel, you don't get any of the money you gave them all these years. They take it. Like I've been driving for 20 years, paying insurance every month. I never collected a single penny. Okay? Now, if I didn't have insurance for 1 month, they will cancel me and take, like say, you don't have insurance. If I had an accident, they won't help me. I've been paying them for 20 years. This is the scam that Robert is showing us. He didn't call it a scam. He's just showing us how they make their money. They're too smart. I don't know if that's too smart. I don't know what you call that. So we'll never go up there. You're always down. How can you pay $1,000 a month? Well, maybe that's all you make a month. And then you pay just insurance. You're crazy. They don't want to lose anything. Pays to take the risk. Okay. Are you ready to go back to the question? Who won that one, by the way? Let me see. Who didn't win? Many of you are on the right track. Just a few didn't. Let's see. Did you correct your answers? More so about the insurance. Yeah. No. They are real things, I'm telling you. Right side, right, I agree with you. Okay. There are people, 2 people put the wrong answers before I got off. You corrected it, Aula, you corrected it. It's business, but bad business. You know you can do honest business. Do you know that? You can do a business and we pay at your customers and charge relatively, get normal like profits and be good and see it like a service. You can do it like a service, but not overcharge people. Okay, I have more questions. Do you want to take more? Okay. I have a few questions. Let's try to hurry up because I want to make sure each one of you gets somebody, okay? Let's see. Let's see if you can get these. They're a little bit not very clear, but let me see. He said that shortcuts are not good, okay? And he gave examples of when people take shortcuts. So let me try to see if you can get this right. I'm giving hints. So he said people who take shortcuts concerning taxes, what do they do? Just put what you think. I'll look. People who take shortcuts concerning taxes, what do they do or what do they believe? Just type, as I read something, just type, I'll be watching here. He said that people who take shortcuts, they have these things they do. And it's not good to take shortcuts. So on taxes, what do they do? Or you know what, let me read all of it. You can respond to whichever you choose. For taxes, what do they do? For a home, what do they do? For the about getting rich, what do they do? And the way they live their life, what do they do? There were 4 examples. So you pick any and respond to any. I just want to make sure you get the concept. How do they behave, these people who take shortcuts as far as taxes, as far as their home, as far as when they want to get rich, and as far as how they live their lives, how they spend money? Do you remember or you forgot? If you forgot, tell me you forgot. I'll just... They think the government is stealing our money. Who? The taxes, concerning taxes. Okay, let me give you a hint. Concerning taxes, they believe in bigger house tools because these things are more common in the countries like here. Like whenever you buy a big house, they give you more taxes back, and then you feel like they even ask you interest. You deduct the interest and all that. So the bigger the house, the more expenses you deduct, but according to Robert, that's not good because it keeps you in debt. You borrow more. Okay, do you get it? Okay, and for the home, maybe let me just say this. I don't know if you remember. So let me see. Yes, oh, you got it. Yes, you got it. So buy a bigger home, get rich slowly, like those kind of things, right? What else? I thought you forgot that piece because it wasn't very clear. Not tax evasion. He was saying bigger taxes, like you because they exempt them. Taxes, when you buy a bigger house, they give you like the tax deduction you get. But these concepts are over here in this country. So in another country, they may not make sense. Tax avoiding, tax evasion. Why is everyone talking about this? That's not in the book. That's not in the book. Get rich slowly and get below your means. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Live below your means. Get rich slowly. So Robert is saying that you, on the right, you can do anything you want. You can make as much money as you want. You can go as fast as you want. You can, I mean, there is no price. But also he ended that saying there is a price to pay. Now let's talk about that. But there is no money on this one. What's the price you pay for becoming rich, for being rich? You better buy now because the price will go up. Yes, that one too. Okay, so who is winning here? I need to reward some people. Okay, Fred got that. And then Ashraf. You don't have two Ashrafs. I have to make sure I don't mix them. I'm coming to that. Janet, I'm coming to that. Okay, I think only two people got where I was going with that. Fred, Ashraf Muhammad, and Frederick. Okay, let's move on. By doing other what I'm not doing. Did he say that in that section? I apologize for wiping my nose. I feel uncomfortable. Okay. Now let's go to the bid do have. Please, please, please. If you fail any of what we just did here, please explain to me what you mean, what you understand by the be, do, have principle. In fact, I can put them in one question as the being, not doing. What do they mean? The be, do, have. Explain to me what it means so we can move on. Because if you understand that and you start applying it in your life, things will be very, very easy for you. It's a thing that is hard to even master. The be, do, have. What does it mean to you? But what you can do, get deep and dead to get right. Yeah, that. It's bad. It's bad, it's bad. And people are doing it. Up to now, people, I just have a friend. She sold her smaller house to get to a bigger one. He said, I bought a new one. I went to see what? It was bigger. So she believes in that. Okay. No, please, we are on bid. No, we are, actually, I need a sentence from each one of you because this lesson, believe me, if you take it, the bid you have, it's going to lead you to something special. If you master it, what is teaching? Because very few people believe this or do it. Be, do, have. Let's put what you understand. Explain yourself. Like for example, if you want, I always give the example of a lawyer. If someone wants to be a lawyer, and right now they are maybe in high school, they are in school, they want to be a lawyer. Explain. According to the be, do, have principle, how do they use it to become lawyers? I use this example a lot if you watch me. So, or you can choose your own example. If you want to get to where you want to get, how would you use the be, do, have principle? Explain, please, in your own words. Change your thoughts first, then take action. Think differently. That's part of it, not all of it. Being in thinking what you want to achieve, doing when you get to action, and then having it finally achieving what you wanted to get. Now tell me, Fred, how are you going to apply this principle to get to where you want? You know, you set a very huge goal. I remember the first time you attended my Facebook Live, you wanted to be this huge, to build this huge business. How are you going to use the be do have to do that? That's very good. Okay. Be you to first get knowledge on what you want to do. Be you to first get knowledge on what you want to do. Ashraf, I'm needing more explanation because I don't understand where you started. Be you to first get knowledge what you want to do. What does that mean though? Thinking, action, and be smart. Some more. We need some more, Mariam. Thinking positively, being focused, and being smart, mind wisely. Start smart thinking. You first work on yourself, then do automatically, you'll have it. Is that the same answer? Are you trying to elaborate? I think I put my video on that video. When you find the bid do have video from Robert, the one I read, below it, I put a video I recorded myself explaining the bid do have principle. You first work on yourself. You first dress as a lawyer, then go automatically, you won't have it. If you want to be like the rich, actually get rich first and then buy the expensive houses. You know, it's good I asked this question because the person who gave the very clear answer is Janet. That's a very clear answer. And the answer Salma you gave, that's something else. You are explaining something else. That's not the bid do have. If you want to be rich, actually get rich first and then buy the expensive. Yes, but Salma, you are actually explaining advice, like how he gives you advice, like how his rich dad did it. But you are not explaining the bid do have. Because the bid do have would be asking you to be rich, to feel rich, to like inside feel rich, then do what rich people do, and then start buying the houses. You get it? The way Janet explained it, let me see. Smart thinking about what I want to achieve, and then see what is whether it's achievable. Take action. Yes, afraid too. That one. You first get knowledge on what you want to do, then do it to have it. Okay, Ashraf, I have a quarrel with you, and the quarrel is this. You are missing a part. Whenever you put your explanation, something is missing. Who can tell me what's missing when you say, first get knowledge on what you want to do, then do it, you'll have it. Who can analyze Ashraf and tell me what's missing there? Mariam, this is very good, but I think I'm going to ask all of you, if you can, to go watch when I explain. I learned it, and I know how to, I think I know how to explain it when you watch my video. I was actually on the board. I was drawing things. I linked it below that video have video. Someone tell me what's missing from Ashraf's answer. Where is it? Smart thinking and being a risk taker. Think first, then take action. Now, Salma, see, again, something is missing. Still, Salma and Ashraf, something is missing. Who can tell me what's missing? See? And you had this there, Ashraf. Oh, you know when you said work on yourself? But still, something is missing. In the word be, you are explaining do and have. How about the be? What does it mean to be? Maybe that's why we need to explain. What does it mean to be? Because believe me, if you learn this principle, it's like mastering the 80-20 rule. They change your life completely. If you master 80-20, you do things very, very differently. You look at your day very, very differently. You look at your tasks very, very differently. The same as this principle. Let's see. You pretend. Where is it? Like going on a diet, you first feel fit, then do what fit people do, and finally become fit. Yes, that. Like moonlight, you explained it good. Okay, it's not the diet that counts, it's who you have to be to follow the diet. Yes, now Ashraf, you're getting there. Getting there. Okay. Live like it. Being is thinking, I suppose. It's not the diet that counts, the who you have to follow, the diet, who you become. Do you know they talk about a person who has $1 million, they made the million, and the person who gets $1 million because they won the lottery? What's the difference? Because they say a person who makes $1 million, what happened to them in the process of making the million? That being, it's like you change. But let's see, it's not the diet that counts. Like, okay, the being, by the way, you're all doing it, but I want to add something. Because the thinking, right? They talk about this, how it works. Like a woman who wants a baby, but they don't have a baby. This is just an example to show you how someone can be practical. Like they're doing it. Like they're being it. They start to pretend like they are a mother already before they are pregnant. And then they even go shop. They can even prepare a room in their house and decorate it and do it like they have a baby, but they don't. They're not even pregnant. They talk about a woman who is trying to attract a husband, and they don't have a husband. They live in their house. When they sleep in their bed, they don't sleep in the middle of the bed. They leave a space for their husband, a husband who's not there. They don't even have a boyfriend or anything. And then when they have a garage that has 2 cars, they always park on the side. They don't park in the middle. They park on the side to leave a space for the husband. That's the being. Now you tell me you understand it. When this person is a lawyer, they start even speaking like a lawyer. They dress like a lawyer. They walk like a lawyer. The being part is the one I want to get to make sure you all get it. Okay, you think, but the being is behaving like. Salma, how could you change that answer about being rich? How do you behave like a rich person before you are really rich? How could you do the being part? Is what I was missing in your answers. How can you please all show that you understand? Because if you took that part of being and did it in your life, it will create a big, big change. Because you start thinking. That's what they took, I think, the vision people. I think when they talk about vision, like the person running a marathon and seeing themselves as winning already, they create an image that they are there, those kind of things. That's the being. Okay. Can you put a comment about that? The being part, do you get it? You have to pretend like you are there. Like you said, fake it to get it, whatever they call it. The rich people don't smile. The rich people smile. You think of the rich people in your community. Do they smile? They don't have time to smile. They talk about shaking the hand, like learning to shake hands, like the confident people, like a boss. So please, all of you, especially the new ones, if you are still here, I want you to type in the chat to show that you just understood what I said. The being. When someone is working on something and they are in their being, you don't even understand them anymore. If this is your friend and they decided to get into their being, they are different. They are behaving very differently. Shake hand like a boss, yes. behaving or feeling rich, yes. But you have to be careful, Aula. You don't spend money like the rich. That's not what we're talking about. In fact, for the rich thing, I think it's the mindset. You start seeing it. You start imagining what your house will be like. You start like the car you drive, all that. I think it's more about visualizing, like for the rich. Like your mind is far, far ahead. You are creating things in your mind. When you sleep, you're creating a vision. I have a video when I recorded showing a vision board, and I was showing how my vision board had all been, everything on my vision board had happened. Because I sat down and watched and wrote down what I wanted. So this is how you do a vision board. You think about what you want. If you are in college, you want to be like that lawyer, you go see lawyers, pictures of lawyers and how they are dressed. You cut out, you print a picture of the lawyer, the kind of car you want to drive. I talk about a story, how I attracted a new car, a brand new car. And I took a photo of that car. In fact, I went to buy a car. I want to get a car, and then the one I saw, I didn't like. I saw another one. I said, that one. And then I was like joking. I didn't even intend it too much. I took a picture. I downloaded a picture of it, and I put it on my board. That's the car I got. I could not believe it. So you see the car you want, the house you want, in images, then you create a board. I know people say they have it on the screen, computer screen. No, I believe in your board. Because the process you go through creating these images, somehow it has an effect on you. You print it out. It's like you create your life before it's there. You create in your mind, but of course you take action. But sit down, take time. You know, they talk about, you know, you don't like to listen to this guy. I only ask you, those in my Facebook group, Al Nightingale, the one who has the audio, that audio I always talk about. He said, you sit down and write it down. Write down your life. Like, write it down. What you want. I want this. By this time, they say put a date. Put a real date and a year. By December 31st, 2025, I have the following. I'm living in a house with 3 bedrooms. They say even describe the house. You can put the color on the house. You describe the car, describe the job, everything. And then start reading it. Start reading it and feeling it. They say it has to do with the feelings. Imagine it has already happened. How do you feel in that house? How do you feel like this? That's how you create these things. I'm telling you, I've created a few in my life already. After I learned these things. Okay. Let's see. I'm imagining having money in a certain period, power of imagination. Yes. Thank you all. Yes, yes. Thank you for all coming. Imagine. But I didn't finish. I didn't finish the question because we went to the bid to have. Do you all get it? Yes. Promise me you're going to take action. And I apologize for wiping. You know, it's hot over here when I have the light on and all that. Oh, you have to sleep. Sorry. Oh, it's almost midnight. Oh, my God. Wait. I had 2 more questions. So what do we do? Who won on the bid and doing? Who won it? You know, I almost forgot to count who won. Yeah. Moonlight, you gave a good answer. Ashraf. Let's see. Me thinking. Yeah, I have here Moonlight. Janet, what do you give? Fred, Ashraf. Janet, what was your answer on this one? I know you're sleepy. We are coming. Sorry. It became, you know, we forgot you are. Oh, yes, Janet, you got that. Okay. Do you want more questions or I'll leave them for tomorrow? We add on tomorrow. What do you think? I had 2 more. Excuse me. Do we do it today or tomorrow? 2 more questions. Vote. They are quick. Should we do the questions or we leave them and continue tomorrow? Also in the book, Think and Grow Rich. Yes, that book, That's a great book. Although I don't recommend it quickly to people, I found it to be like the concepts were, you have to be like used to these kind of things to understand that book. I feel like it's a little bit complicated. What do you think? More today? Okay, let's finish then. I thought she was sleeping. Okay, quickly. What is important for the people on the left? Yes, yes, Agaba Mariam, yes, behave. But what your thoughts, what you're thinking also, what you're thinking as you do that. Okay, what is important for the ease on the left? What makes them like that? Because Robert mentioned the ease on the quadrant, they have something important to them. What's that? Quickly, let's do it quickly. What's important to the people I'm marking now? Who is giving the right answer? What's important for the people on the left? The ease. The employees, I mean. What's important to them? Why do they behave the way they behave? Yes, you got it. Let's see. And I stopped right there. So it's just Fred and Salma. Okay, what's important to the people on the S? The S quadrant, the self-employed and the small business. This is Fred and Salma on that one. Okay, those two. How about here? What's important to the small business and self-employed? Yes. Security. General. Why are your answers coming later? Why are your answers coming later? Okay, do you know that you just remove the correct answer and then put a wrong one? Why did you do that? Security, perfection. So which one are you answering? Aula, which one are you answering? And Zulaika, which one are you answering? You have to put in which one you're answering because I had marked the number one, the E, the S. For the S, the self-employed people, what's important to them? Why do they behave that way? Or why do they prefer to do that, to be self-employed people like me? I'm trying to get out to count on the D. I'm trying to cross. Okay. Perfection. Yeah. Perfection. Yeah. That's online. No. Aula, that's a big no. What you just put there. I'm asking Aula, when you put security, what were you answering? Freedom. Freedom for who? I wish you all answered like this. It would be easier. Like the way Habiba answered that. Perfection for S. Yes, Habiba. Here. Please answer like that. What's security? Aula put security and Zuleika put security. But I don't know why you put for one or for two. Okay, correct that. Peace? That's nice. Everyone wants peace. Okay, Mariam, I think you had to watch the video. There was no peace. Peace. Oh, okay, you are right, actually. Peace and security, right? Oh, you were answering number two. Aula was answering number two, and you said investment. No. Number two was, number one, the answer was security. Number two was perfectionism. They care about perfectionism. That's why the self-employed, they want to do everything by themselves. Remember, a business owner, the first definition of a business owner, they use other people's time. They hire other people. The second definition, other people's money. So if you are doing business and you are not the one doing all the work, you're hiring other people, you just became a business owner. But if you are on the left, you like to do everything yourself. You may think you are in business, but actually you are not. According to Robert Kiyosaki, you are not. If you are doing the work yourself, it doesn't matter. If you're running a big business, maybe you are so strong, you can do everything, you are still S. You are still self-employed. You're not in business. Because you cannot, once you go, you die, it dies with you. I mean, it goes with you. if you're not there. So I don't know who won here. Number 1 and number 2. Okay, you failed on number 2. You got on number 1. Okay, I'm confused a little bit. I need a personal assistant. Who wants to take on the job of recording the winners of money? Like I just say so and won, and you record it. Who can do that in future? It takes a long time. I'm trying to see who won. Peace Agaba. Agaba, you would get, if you say peace, security, that would be on the employees. They like their peace and security. And then the perfection, who gave the wrong answer? Some people didn't even respond at all today. Affection, security, perfection, yes. Security. Zuleika's security was for which question? Because security was actually for number 1. I give it to you because you are new here. Zuleika for number 1. I will have for number 1, not number 2. Number 2, I have Moonlight, Habiba, Fred. What did Salma say? Number 2. Let me see. No answer for Salma. Salma, did you sleep? I don't see Salma here anymore. What did you say? Security. You didn't answer number 2, Salma. Okay, I'm moving on. The last one. Now, this one, whoever gets this right gets the 5. The last 5. The greatest cause of human financial struggle, according to Robert. That's according to Robert. The greatest cause of human financial struggle is what? You have to get it correct. You have to get it correct to get this one. The 5. The greatest cause of human financial struggle. And I was surprised. It was me, not Salma. Yes, I don't see Salma. I think I put you, Janet. Oh, let me see. Please answer that one. That's the end. Job security. No, both of you, Janet, both of you. Sorry, I didn't see you. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. Continue, please. Continue. Salma, continue on with your answer. Continue with your answer. I think that shocked me when I was reading the book. I said, really? Is that true? Do you agree? Do you agree? You know, Robert has so many opinions. That's why people fight. If you went on that video, was it the being, the one that being what is doing? There's Professor Tanya created a real war with Robert. She wrote paragraphs. When he said that the left don't care about something, they don't focus on numbers, she put this long paragraph and then long paragraphs. And then she was talking about how the entrepreneur, they struggle and all that. She was at war with him. I said, I think you need to meet Robert. Okay. Can you be my personal assistant? You have to be a because when I say number 1, so and so, you have to have like a spreadsheet. I have it here. Like I write it. Then all the people who participated. And then when I say question number 1, so and so 1, then you put it in the money. You put in like that. Keep close. Be in my group. So I can trust you more when I can communicate with you anytime. Okay? Thank you for the offer. Okay, let's see who won this one. Okay, fear. Fear of losing money. Fear of taking losses. So, Moonlight, correct that one. Fear and failure to try. Let's see. I can be your person. Okay, yeah. Fear. But fear of what? Not knowing numbers and words. Numbers reduce risk. Fear of losses. Okay, so what do we do? Because the answer is the fear of losing money. So who won that one? You tell me. I'll pick the one who got the answer perfectly was the fear of losing money. We have Fred. We have Fred. The fear of losing money. We have Janet. The fear of losing money. Almost taking losses. Okay. Sort of for Moonlight. Not perfect. Fear of losing money. Habiba. Fear of failure. Try. Okay. That one, it could be a correct answer, but actually it's not. It's a fear, but not of failing to try. Fear of losing money. But do you agree? Do you agree that the fear of losing money can be your person? Okay, I read that. Don't know the numbers. It can be your fear. Aula, you said fear, but you didn't put what fear. Zuleika, fear. This is what I'm going to say for all of you. I hope you don't mind. That I'm going to send you some money, all of you. I'm going to go back and analyze everything I'm writing. What's that about, Mukisa? Meditate about it and prepare yourself so that you'll go. Oh, you were talking about what we were discussing. What did you say no to? Fear. Yes, Agaba, fear. Please, all of you who are new, please type your name. I need to know who you are. Yes, fear of losing money. I was wondering what happened to Ashraf today. Okay, this is what I did right now as I'm closing this. If you are new and you participated in this, what we just did, the Robert Kiyosaki, please type me right here. I just want to note your names because you are new. You are not in my records. I just want to note, just put me, if you participated in what we just did, the money part. Your answer is above too, Salma. What do you say? Please don't share anything. I see YouTube is blocking you. Who is that? Mariam, don't put like links or stuff here. Don't. And a communication, we do it in Facebook. Just put me, I'll get you. I'll get you. Salma, you are saying something. Oh, you had fear. You had just fear. That's why I was sort of skipping you, Salma. Fear. So next time, please try to be more specific when you're giving the answers, because I may look like I'm unfair to some who give the right answers, okay? But the goal is for you to learn the concepts. Yeah. Yeah. Fear of financial loss, yeah. Okay. Please put me so I can note your names. Those who are new here, because I need to get to how to send you this money. It won't be much, but it will come. I'll recognize that you are here. Oh, that was your answer? Let me see. Fear of financial loss. Oh, you corrected it later. You added on, right? It really doesn't matter. I'll send the money. Fear of losses. Fear of oh, okay. I see it. Sorry. You know, reading the chat is another issue. As we become more with more people in the chat runs off like this. So it will be hard to get. We feel out to wait. Oh, me. Okay. Okay, me. Gawa Mariam, please continue. The rest of you, talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want it to be a question and answer session for affiliate marketing. I want a video to be on this channel that is answering people's questions about affiliate marketing, but a little bit complicated, not too easy. So do you have any questions for me, those who have been here for a while, about affiliate marketing? If you have a question, this is what I'm believing in. Me, Agaba, okay, Agaba Mariam. All of you, find me in Facebook and please ask to be my friend. And also, who wants to come to the Facebook group? Ashraf. We are there on Monday. We're setting smart goals. And those of you who want to start YouTube channels or you want to learn affiliate marketing, I want to go deeper in there. I've been there short, but I just changed something on my Monday so people don't have to watch a video. So I'll just publish a video and then be there a little bit longer. Around 5 p.m. Uganda time. That's when we on Facebook on Monday. Ashraf. Yes. Have Agaba, Mariam, Ashraf, Rukisa, Humuzaz, and then you have. There was someone else, Aula. There was someone else here, I think. There were more than that. Let me get that group again. But remember, I'm not putting you in the group until I've talked to you. I talk to you so I hear what you really want in your life, something that we don't want to make public here. I talk to you, I see. If you can be on YouTube or you want to learn how to earn money online, then I'll approve you to come to the group. That's how it works. I have to get to know you first. You don't have to be in the group if it's not for you. Okay, on Aula, it seems there were more people here. There's someone I don't have a name to. A name. I have Agaba Mariam, Ashraf, Utisa, Dulaika. There was someone else. Let me see. Okay, the rest of you, by the way, talk about tomorrow. Do you want to have the live or you don't? Do you want the live on affiliate marketing or you don't? I think I have to switch off this. It's making me very uncomfortable, sorry. Yeah, there was someone else I saw. So this Maguba didn't answer any questions, right? I don't think he passed. Oh, yes, I know, yeah. So they didn't answer any question. Did you watch? Did they watch Anna? Did they participate in the, I think Doreen did, I remember. So are they still here or they are gone? Do we still have Abdallah, Maguba, and Doreen, Akiro, or we don't? Please, if you are here, type in the chat. Malaysia, you can go, but do you want to come tomorrow? Please. Do you or you don't? Do you want to skip or you want us to have affiliate marketing tomorrow? Tell me what you want. Especially the new people. Do you want to be here again? But it's different. We learn it's affiliate marketing and it's shorter. It's not long like this. Who wants to be here tomorrow? Or you don't? Malaysia, do you want to be here tomorrow? I know you are sleeping very late today. Oh, really? You're still awake? I thought you were asleep. You're asleep. Okay, Janet, I think I could make it earlier tomorrow to think about you because I feel bad when you stay so late like this. We could make it earlier. Agaba Mariam, you're here. So please find me on Facebook. I'm Sherifa Nakalema. What time do you want? We do 9:30 tomorrow? Okay, that's my name. Find me on Facebook and ask to be my friend. I'm going to respond to you and I'll ask for your number. I will respond to this. I don't think Maguba Abdullah answered any questions. I know Agaba, Mariam did, Bokisa did, Zulaika did. So I'm going to find you on Facebook. We're going to connect and I'll ask for your phone numbers to be able to send this money. It's not much, but I'll send something. Maybe you can buy data or something simple. Thank you too for making it fun. I think it was, right? Work on your personal development. By the way, those of you in the other countries, I'm still here. Although I'm a little bit tired too, but I can, if you have any questions. Okay, they are here now. They are back. Okay, Doreen, I have you here already. Yes, you answered some questions, I remember. So in Facebook, just ask for Sherifa Nakalema to be your friend. And also, if you want to be in my Facebook group, Bye-bye. Good night. If you want to be my Facebook group, you have to answer some questions. I have to talk to you first. So who exactly wants to be in the Facebook group? We said who, I saw someone here said they want to be in the Facebook group. Yeah, okay. Akiro answered. Yeah, I know, I saw her answer. I'll go back to see where she was responding. Maguma, I think, I don't remember seeing him answering. So how many of you, oh, bye-bye, thank you. Habib, I don't see you much in the Facebook group. You need to be there more on Monday. Plan around 5 to be in the Facebook group. For those of you who came later, I changed the schedule a little bit for the channel. On Monday, I'm going back to sharing YouTube tips. So the books will only be on Tuesday and Wednesday, the cash flow. So only 2 videos next time. So if you want to win money, watch Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, then find me and ask to be my friend first. I have to talk to you first to hear what you really, everyone in my group, I know them and they are what they are trying to achieve. To see if you can, it will benefit you. But mostly if you want to be on YouTube and you want to learn affiliate marketing, that's my Facebook group, please. I'm very picky. I watch how many groups you are in. And also you have to have your real name. Because what we do here can take you to another level. You can't go back to change names. So you better come in with your name, your real name. See what the fund does to me? I can't speak well anymore. Okay. Do that. Connect with me. Those who want some money, Mariam, Ashraf, Mokisa, Zulaika, Doreen, make sure you connect with me on Facebook and give me your phone number, okay? So I can communicate with you, WhatsApp, and then I'll send the money and also see if you want to come to Facebook group, that's okay. So try on Monday, 5 p.m. Uganda time. You are all in Uganda, Mashumi. The other time I showed someone was in Uganda, but actually they were UAE. Are you all in Uganda? Okay, the Facebook group, I call them go-getters. When you come, you'll be ready to take some kind of action to change your life, okay? Thank you for all being here. Aula, thank you so much. You are a true go-getter. You know, you're a go-getter, I see, the way you change things. And hopefully you're going to impact other people's lives. That's what we want. There are two things happening. Tomorrow we're going to be here, affiliate marketing. I come back right here. But then on Monday, that's when I go to Facebook at 5 p.m. The live is in Facebook, the Facebook group, not Facebook, the outside, inside the group. I shouldn't be you at the group yet. At that time, let's work it and see if you can get in the group. I have to communicate with you. Then, for those of you who want to do it now, I'm available now. If you can go connect with me on Facebook, after I cut this off, I can start communicating with you. Then, tomorrow is affiliate marketing here. It's going to be a little bit earlier because of Malaysia. So there the time is it's midnight already. So let's do it around 4:30 tomorrow here. Those who are interested in affiliate marketing, and then I'll be answering questions. But meanwhile, there are links everywhere in my channel about affiliate marketing. Something I wanted to mention, on Sunday I do motivation. We come on a premiere. If you want to be on a premiere, like you chat like this, only I'm not live, I'm in a video. That's motivation on Sunday. It comes later. I intentionally put it later, around 8:30 p.m. US Uganda time. Since most of you are in Uganda, I'm talking to Ugandans right now. So plan every Sunday, please come. Support me, I support you. That's how we do it. Thank you all for being here. So tomorrow, what time? For those who chose to come tomorrow. What time you want to? Around 4:30 p.m. is okay? 4:30 Uganda time. Will you be able to come? Or 4:45 around that time? It's short though. We don't stay too long. So Aula, what happened to Abdallah Magumba here? Let him connect with me too. Okay. So tomorrow, tentatively, watch out. You'll see that I put Fourth, I'll schedule a live, but a short one. We don't stay too long on Saturday. Just go through affiliate marketing, know what it is. 4 p.m. is too early. That's 9 a.m. You know what? I have a time difference. I'm behind you 7 hours. 4 p.m. means 9 for me. The earliest I could do it is 9:30, which is 4:30. It's early morning my time. Yes, 4:30. Please try to come. We learn a lot. And affiliate marketing can change your lives. You don't need to go to other countries. People are all going to UAE. You don't need to do that. If you learn the power of the internet, you don't need to be in another country. You can do it where you are. Yes, network issues, I know. So anyone, especially the new people, do you have any questions? Do you want to ask me anything? We are done with the live. I'm just free here. Any questions that you want to ask me when I'm live like this? Ask me anything. It can be personal if you want. Ask anything. If I can answer it, I'll answer. Oh, I just said bye-bye. Are you tired? If you have any question, type it. Ask me anything personal. Do you know where I am? Do you know where I am? Have you watched my driving videos? I talk about where I am. I show I drive around. Aula, you say you like the what? The nature in my videos? What do you say? You put a comment. What did you like about my driving? What's different about the cars? Did you notice the cars? Are they different? The cars you see on the road that people drive? Aula, how are the cars different? The other day I was talking about the colors, that there are less white color cars than how it will be in Uganda. How does attitude influence behavior changes? What do you mean? Now you're asking me technical stuff. I think the technical person left. I thought you were going to ask me something about the channel, about me. No, that's technical. The attitude is so important. The way you see things, the attitude, but don't say, let's talk about you in a simple way. The way I understand your question without being an expert, I'm not a psychologist. The way you see things. Because they say always, have you heard of the half full, glass half full, and glass half empty? Have you heard of that term? That when a glass has water halfway, there are two ways you could see that glass. You could see it as half full, you're about to get there, or you could see it as half empty. So since you asked me that question, if there was a glass in front of you with water going just halfway, would you see it as would you describe it as half full or half empty? I'm asking Agaba now. Mariam, how do you see that? Or you like the green? Yeah, they take care of the trees. They are the trees that are already there, but they also plant trees a lot. When they build houses, they always put a tree. Yeah. That's how they maintain it too. They cut the grass. They're always very careful. Yeah. Speed? Ashraf, you are still here. What do you mean? The speed at least I drive? I drive the speed limit. Or did you see the one where I said now I'm speeding, but then the light stopped me? I was about to show you speed because that was allowing me 50. You know, the roads that drive around, normally they are like 45 speed miles per hour. Yeah, but I'm not into those topics right now. I'm so sorry. I said ask me anything, but I don't want anything technical. I want casual stuff. Like, no, not those topics, please. Not those, and I'm also not a psychologist, so I'm not a trained person to answer those. But I was about to say the half glass, half full, half empty. Did you respond to me, Maria? When they say half full, half empty, they mean, and I have that challenge myself. When you see a situation, do you see the positive part that's there, or do you see the negative? What comes to you first? Because your question was your attitude. If you're always a person who is always positive, or see things on the light, like always look at the good thing that's in some situation, your life is better. I'm not like that, by the way. I'm learning. I'm learning because my personality is to analyze both situations. I always look at both. So I'm the kind that could say half full, half empty at the same time. So it's not good. But for the positive people, when they see a situation, they always look at the positive. The positive. If you can train yourself to see the positive, it will take you a long way. Because you can think of the negative too, but always focus on the positive. I think I'm answering that. How does attitude influence behavior? Behavior changes. Yeah, but those are questions for psychologists, and I'm not one. Relate emotional intelligence with self-esteem. Emotional intelligence, the one we're discussing, a person who is emotionally intelligent has high self-esteem. That's just what I think. What do you think? Because remember, we're discussing emotional intelligence, and we're talking about how that person controls emotions. That's a self-confident person. Very, very confident. If you have low self-esteem, you are not a confident person. By the way, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just interpreting the way you ask your thing. Someone who has low self-esteem, they are not confident. But a person who can control their emotions, that's a very confident person. So self-esteem is really, really high. By the way, if you have these issues, Doreen, please be in my group. Be in my group and remind me, because you need I am affirmations. Affirmations, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I am. They say whatever you say after I am follows you. That's what you need to work on that, but also to increase your knowledge. That's self-esteem. Like I don't know what you have an issue with, but you can change that. You can change that, and not in a very short time, not in a very long time. Okay, let's see. First, perception. What do you mean? Let emotion. Should we come to Facebook right now or later? To a smaller extent, I start off a negative one, but a bigger extent a positive one. That's good. You are lucky. But for me, I seeing the negative part is also good, because you can't be seeing things like, oh, everything is good all the time. You look at plan B, like you look at the negative side of it, but don't focus on the negative side. So, to be a smaller, you are in a good position there, Mariam. Now, Facebook, when I cut this off, this is the live thing going. So when I cut it off, you go to Facebook and ask to be my friend. If you can do both, ask to be my friend and also try to send me your phone number. I can communicate with all of you now, because I put out this day. It's Friday for me, it's a break. I can do it with all of you. I'm normally very busy. We communicate, we finish everything. I set you up to join my group, and then on Monday, you can come. Because when I talk to you, I know what you really want to do. Don't think being in Facebook is hard. I mean, it's not easy to join. You can't join Facebook. Many people in my group join Facebook. Sorry, YouTube. They started YouTube channels through my group. If that's what you want, okay? I need to remember these people. So go to Facebook when I shut this off, and send me a friendship. I'm going to focus on Facebook also. Give me your phone numbers, those who want money. Except I think Abdallah. This Abdallah didn't win any money, right? I think so. Aula. Abdallah didn't win any money. So after that, I'll call you. We talk a little bit. I'll see how many of you are responding immediately. Then I'll ask you to, for the Facebook, you can apply right now. In the Facebook group, you can apply to come right now. But meanwhile, as you are doing that, also ask to be my friend. So let's deal with all of it now, because we have some time. Other days tend to be crazy. Okay, I'm putting the Facebook group again. And did you find me already? In Facebook, I gave you my name. You can very easily find me, right? Find me, ask for friendship. The group, fill out everything. If you are in so many groups, reduce them. Just remove yourself. You leave a group. If you are not using your real name in Facebook, correct that. Then we are ready to go. Okay? I think we are done. Thank you all for coming. Tomorrow 4:30 I'll be live here. It's normally short. We don't take too long. Affiliate marketing. Okay? Thank you all, especially the new ones. Bye-bye. For those who watch it later, just leave a comment for us. Bye.